If you're only listening to one genre of music, you're limiting yourself as a producer. Music is very unique around the world. Anywhere you go to India, I'm Indian, so I know quite a bit about Indian music. My family, I grew up listening to Indian music. My family always played it anytime we were in the car, anytime we went on a trip, or even in the kitchen while my parents were cooking. So Indian music was really the first form of music I started listening to. Fast forward to COVID time, I was in middle school at the time, and that's sort of when I got into mainstream American music. I grew up in America, so that's when I started listening to, the first artists I started listening to were Drake. I got into Gunna, Young Thug, trap artists, pop artists, hip hop artists. At the time, The Weeknd was blowing up a lot. He had just released Blinding Lights. That's the American music that I got into at first, and I've always had a love for music. I never really appreciated Indian music as much after I started listening to American music. I thought it was old style. I thought it was my parents' music. I thought it was music that I had nothing to gain from and I couldn't relate to when I went to school to talk about the latest Drake album or the latest pop album, R&B album. I thought that it was uncool to listen to other genres of music. Fast forward another couple of years, and it is the end of 2024. And that is when my father gives me the idea. I used to tell him about all the music I used to listen to, and I tried to put him on to Drake or whatever artist I would listen to at the time. And that's when he brought up the idea that if you love music so much, why don't you try making it? And honestly, at first, the idea to me was a little foreign. I didn't want to get into music production. I didn't know. I thought it was difficult. I thought it was only for a specific type of people, artists and artsy type of people, with creative minds. And fast forward 1 year, I've worked with numerous producers. I've made hours and hours of music. And so many producers are in my messages and my DMs off of Instagram, off of TikTok, every day that let's work together. Let's send loops. Your loops are fire. I want to listen to more of your loops, more of your beats. Artists send me all the time. The biggest part that got me here where I am now is listening to more genres. You have to expand your music taste past just your favorite genres, or past just a genre or a field of music that you enjoy listening to. Even if you specialize in one type of beat or one type of music, you have to listen to other types of music that you don't like specifically. Listen to music that you don't like, bro. I promise you. Listen, I know there's a lot of people. Just like I said, I had a strong polarity towards Indian music, and later on, almost until just a couple months ago, country music. And I thought that you have whatever sort of, like constraints or like mental images in your head about listeners of those genres, or just the sound of the genre or the artists, and whatever misconception you might have as to why you think that genre is not good. I want you to break down that misconception and just pick up your phone, go to your laptop, go to your TV if that's where you listen to music. Wherever you listen to music, go there and listen to that type of music. It doesn't matter. You don't need recommendations. You don't need to listen to best artists. You don't need to listen to the most mainstream artists in that genre. Just go to that genre and listen to it. You won't like it at first because your brain is going to try to tell you, oh, I don't like this. Oh, this is a genre I don't like. Oh, I don't like the way the artist's voice sounds. For me, in country music, I never liked the way the southern accent sounded. And I thought that talking about beer and trucks and horses and ponies and guns and whatever type of, narratives they have in country music, I thought that wasn't for me. So the first time I listened to country music, I was immediately taken aback and not disgusted, but I was I don't like this. I don't like what I'm listening to. Push through that and keep your producer mind open. Listen to how the rhythm flows. Listen to how the artist's voice is syncopated into the beat. Listen to how the BPM changes or what BPM it's at, and how the artist can manipulate his vocals, his voice over the beat, over the rhythm, over the melody. What instruments are used in the melody, how they're used, how they're layered, when they come in, when they come out, how the artist creates dead space, how he lets the melody shine through by just removing his vocals or adding additional vocals, adding ad-libs. Listen to every small detail of the music that you don't like, and I promise you, you will learn something new. The more music you listen to, and the more music you listen to that you haven't listened to before, the more you'll expand your mind as a producer, and the more new things you'll learn. And subsequently, the better you'll get at producing. The only thing that's holding you back from becoming an industry level producer that gets placement with other artists and other producers is the fact that you're too boxed in to your sound. The biggest thing I see with producers that I work with is they don't know any other genres other than the genre they focus on. And they can't make beats of any other genre. A huge example of a producer who's not like that, who's successful, is bnyx. I would hope you know who bnyx is. If you don't, definitely check him out. It's just spelled bnyx. And he produces for an artist called Yeat, and a bunch of artists that sound like Yeat, but mainly Yeat. And he's worked with Drake before too. I know, Drake and Lil Yachty. He has such a wide range of musical talent and producer talent that sometimes if he doesn't put his producer tag at the start of the song, you won't even know that it's bnyx creating the beat, and his touch is what the melody is or what the drums are. He came out when Yeat came out, and when Yeat became popular, so his sound became synonymous with Yeat's sound, and later on, and it became synonymous with his sound in my mind as well. I became like, okay, this is a bnyx beat. If it's a Yeat song, it's a bnyx beat. Or if it's a Yeat styled song, it has to be a bnyx beat. Later on, some beats that I thought were amazing, that were not the experimental, greasy, hard trap, synthy, like grungy Yeat type music, beats that weren't like that I really liked, I went to the credits and I saw who made them, and it turned out to be bnyx. That guy can create ambience, he can create hard drums, hard bass, he can create like a hard metal type of sound, rage beats, he can create a regular trap beat, and that happens by listening to multiple types of music. You can't listen to only one type of music and expect yourself to be able to make like different types of music. Like, I love listening to Drake, so I only listen to Drake's R&B songs. I'm going to go sit down today and I'm going to make an Afrobeat rhythm. No, that's not going to happen. That's not how it works. If you make something, it's going to be either a copy of a song that already exists that you're basically copying note for note. It's going to be something you pulled off of a BS YouTube tutorial, or it's just not going to be good because you don't know what you're doing because you never listened to it. Go out there and, like I said, get your phone, get your audio player, music player of choice, and listen to a genre you haven't to today. Me personally, when I got back into listening to Indian music, my music production skyrocketed. The amount of views it got, the popularity that it gained, the traction that it gained, immediately producers wanted to work with me. And I got flooded with comments, flooded with DMs that, yo, this beat is so fire, this is amazing, can I hop on this, how do you make this, can you make more like this? Matter of fact, if you go to my Instagram, and I'll put it somewhere on the screen, there is a specific reel I made a couple weeks ago that was me sampling an Indian song in a beat. Go listen to that, and listen to how good it is. I'm not trying to boast or brag, but I bet you if you don't listen to Indian music, you would not be able to make that beat or sample it that way. Huge artists like Pharrell Williams, who else? Huge producers, like Pharrell Williams, Mike Dean, bnyx. These guys listen to wide varieties of music. They listen to Indian music, Caribbean music, they listen to European music, They listen to Middle Eastern music, American music, obviously, and every subgenre that falls under American music. And because of that, they've developed an ability to be able to hear out parts and mix genres together that creates what we think is a unique sound. I'll name a producer that most of you have not heard of. His name is rahman. He is an Indian producer, and he's won multiple, I think 2 Grammys for the soundtrack of the movie Slumdog Millionaire. You might have heard of that movie. It was pretty famous when it came out. He won 2 Grammys for that. And if you go and listen to his music, if you're not Indian and you don't understand Hindi, the Hindi language, you won't understand the words. But if you listen to just his production, the reason he became so popular in India is because he showed up on the scene in the 90s and he had studied abroad in either America or Europe, abroad somewhere. Abroad somewhere. And he came back to India and incorporated different types of melodies that were in American songs into Indian songs, or different types of drums in American songs into Indian melodies. That's what made him so popular, and that's what gave him his A.R. Rahman sound, like his distinct sound. And just cashing in on that, and in a market like India, where it's a pretty tight environment, where there isn't much scope for international sound or anything, and since the population is so high, and there's such a push of music every day, every hour, there isn't much variety. A lot of it ends up sounding the same over and over. So when a new face comes in like this and a new sound comes in, it blows up crazy. A.R. Rahman is still, in my opinion, one of the greatest Indian producers to ever do it. And during the 2000s, he was huge. Everybody wanted their movie's soundtrack or their songs to be produced by A.R. Rahman. And this comes back to the point that I'm trying to make and trying to send home. Listen to more music, bro. Listen to music from other genres, like other artists that you haven't listened to. And when you feel like you're bored of listening to the genre you always love, or you don't want to listen to the genre that you always listen to and you need new music, literally go on your music streaming app, go to the new, I know I use Apple Music, so you can use, here, I'll literally show you. Go to Apple Music, go to new, and just click on one of these albums, new releases. It could be anything. Literally any album of any genre. I don't know what this is. Flight from Within. Shout out to Flight from Within. Seems like a metal band. Talk is cheap. Just go through and just listen to this. If you don't want to listen to the whole thing, just pick a song that you think would sound good. And just play it and listen to it. Do that enough times and really try to break down the music in your head. Don't take it from oh, I don't like his voice. I don't like the one part of the melody or something. Don't do that. Don't be petty about it like that. Think from a broader artist perspective. You're a creative mind if you're already trying to produce music and create art. Think from that. Think with that creative mind and expand your horizons as much as you can. Listen to different types of music and take what you like out of each one and see what you can come up with. Do your own unique thing. You need to experience more art to be able to create your art better. And that's the lesson I want to send you guys off with today, is to just listen to more music that you don't like, or listen to music that you haven't heard before, and that'll help you so much to make better music. And this is what I teach in my Bedroom to Billboard Academy, which is first link in the description, by the way. What I teach is how producers can just get more placements. The only way to get more placements is if your beats are good. I teach producers how to get more placements, how to make your music sound good from bedroom to billboard. I work out of my bedroom. If you want to go from a place where you're just a kid or you're just a guy in your room at home who makes music for a passion and you want to monetize it, if you want to take it somewhere where people will actually be like, whoa, shit, I should listen to this guy. His production is good. His music is so good. I should get on his beats. If you want to get to that point, this academy is it's all of that. I'll literally hold your finger. I'll personally review your beats. I'll tell you where your social media is lacking, where your beats are lacking, if your mixing and mastering is lacking, if you're using the wrong DAW for DAW for the type of music you're trying to make, if you're using the wrong plugins. I'll literally hold your finger and walk you through it. And this is a big topic that I discuss on that academy, is what type of music you guys should be listening to. And I'll keep in the community, I'll keep jumping in and being like, hey, I listen to this new music, you should listen to this. And the community that exists there, they're going to all post what they like listening to and what they have listened to. So definitely check out that academy if you're trying to level up quickly as a producer and much faster than all your peers and really stand out in the industry. So that's the lesson I want to send you guys off with today. Listen to more music, listen to more unique music, and watch your production quality grow. Thanks for watching.